Let's talk about how to run effective promotions for your Amazon FBA products. There are many reasons and goals to promote an Amazon product, for example, to increase conversion rate and sales, to improve bestseller ranking or BSR, and overall to generate more profit. In this video, you will learn which promotion types work the best for a specific type of products, and we will cover lighting deals, coupons, price discounts, and other types of promotions, as well as when it's the best timing to drive such promotions to maximize its success. Our guest today is Alex Kopek from Forum Brands, a company that acquires Amazon FBA businesses. You will find the link to Forum Brands below in the description. This video is hosted by LISETT LEES. She works with different Amazon brands, and if you like the content we produce, so don't forget to click like and subscribe buttons below this video.
Hi Alex, I'm really happy to have you here on Orange Klik channel today to talk about how to run effective promotions. But before we go to your presentation, could you first introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your background, and also let us know what Forum Brands usually does?
Yeah, great. Thank you so much for having me here. As you mentioned, my name is Alex. I'm the co-founder and COO of Forum Brands. What we are is an acquirer of e-commerce businesses that sell on Amazon and direct to consumer. What we do is take these nascent brands that have already been well established by incredible entrepreneurs, and we infuse them with capital, with expertise, and we look to make them core to every customer's everyday life and really scale them and unlock their potential. As for myself, I founded Forum Brands in 2020 with two of my classmates in graduate school, right at the beginning of the pandemic. So when we were all locked down, why not start a company, we said, which was a whole lot of fun. Prior to founding Forum Brands, I've spent the better part of a decade in e-commerce. I started at Target.com, moved to go work at Amazon, where I managed multiple nine-figure P&Ls. Launched a couple of countries, did a lot with technology there. I was a product manager for a couple of years, led go-to-market strategy for Amazon's first-party devices like the Echo and Kindle, worked on their physical retail stores team, which was a whole lot of fun and a bit ironic, going from the leading e-commerce platform into the physical world, and just have had a ton of fun with that.
Okay, sounds really cool. So I guess we're now ready for your presentation. So go ahead, share your screen, and yeah, let's just dive into it.
Awesome. So today we are going to talk about promotions, as you mentioned, and particularly how to run an effective promotion. This is a quick overview of what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about goals. That's really the most important part of any promotion, is what is it exactly we're trying to achieve. We'll talk about impact, how we're going to measure success, ways to sort of amplify the promotion and ensure that you're achieving those goals. And then we'll talk through a couple of methods. This is by no means an exhaustive list, but wanted to make sure that we were talking a little bit about, what are some of the lower lift, easier promotion types to go ahead and run. So first and foremost, as with all great things, everything should start with a goal. And what you want specifically with the goal is to be very, very intentional about what you're trying to achieve. I think most people, when they think about a promotion, the reaction is, oh, we're going to cut the price by some amount at some time of the year in order to drive more volume. And while that may be the case for many promotions, maybe most promotions, depending on what your goals are, there are a lot of other reasons to run a promotion as well. Particularly on Amazon, as we know, you can improve your bestseller rank. There's actually a halo effect, so to speak, of running a promotion and driving concentrated volume in a short period of time. That actually increases that bestseller rank, so that when you're not on promotion, you're still receiving some organic benefit from it. Another is to increase conversion. There may be a time when a product went out of stock, and so you're looking to run a promotion to try to drive conversion, climb that bestseller rank again, but also just engage with customers or re-engage with customers, particularly if you've been out of stock for a long period of time. You can bring them back into the fold. Also, I think a lot of people, when they think of promotions, think, okay, I'm just going to spend a bunch of money. This is going to be painful for the short period, but there are all these tertiary benefits. But actually, you can also generate increased profits by running a promotion, particularly if the unit volume increase that you see from said promotion more than offsets the decline in price. And then finally, there are always holidays, and especially depending on your country, you may have more or less, but there's almost always a gift-giving holiday somewhere. And so the ability, particularly on Amazon, to participate in things like Prime Day, which is unique to Amazon, but also in North America, the gift-giving holiday season right around Christmas time is always a great opportunity to run a promotion, lean into increased site traffic and benefit. So you can see that the goal is not just necessarily to drive sales, although that is a worthwhile goal, but there can be many, many other reasons to run a promotion as well. Some of the ones not listed here, by the way, particularly if you're running a promotion on your direct-to-consumer site, is maybe you want to drive email signups. And so you're willing to run a profit neutral promotion with the intention of driving more folks to sign up for your email newsletter so that you can retarget them or reach out to them and address them later. Perhaps you want to drive some coupon redemptions. You want to gain more followers on your social media channels. So again, there are many, many reasons to run a promotion. Next, when you set your goal, all great goals should be specific. They should be measurable. They should be actionable, right? The smart goals. They should be timely. So impact, really, this is tied to the goal. So let's say, for example, your goal is to participate in a holiday and you want to run a profitable promotion during a holiday. These are some of the metrics that you might want to track. And these are super baseline. And again, they depend very much on your goal. So if I were to run a promotion, I would maybe want to track how much revenue, how many units that I sold. Importantly, what was my profit? Was this a profitable promotion or an unprofitable promotion? And depending on what my goal was, it could be okay that it was unprofitable, but in my instance, I probably want it to be profitable. There's also, you can see sort of the unit increase. What is that growth rate? And the reason this is really important to track is really, not only do you want to make sure that you've got the best listings and all your best foot forward, but you also need to be in stock. And so, as we know, when you fall out of stock, particularly in an e-commerce space, particularly on a site like Amazon, which is predominantly search driven, falling out of stock is not simply the cost of that is not simply the lost revenue by not having anything to sell, but it's also the decline in bestseller rank. You may be running advertising at a much lower degraded efficiency. And then you also have to overinvest when you get back in stock in order to climb back up the bestseller ranking. So it's really, really bad to fall out of stock. And it's why having an understanding of what your unit increase is from past times that you've run promotions, even if you've never done one, trying to estimate some amount of increase allows you to be thoughtful about making sure that you've got enough inventory, not only to see out the promotion, again, tied to your goal, but also to make sure that you stay in stock after the promotion. So you get that halo benefit of having climbed up the rankings or in some other way driven customer engagement. And then finally, there's some other metrics, again, depending on what it is you're trying to achieve. It could be how many new customers did we generate? How many coupon redemptions did we have? Or as I mentioned, email signups or new followers, or maybe you're trying to increase the basket size. So you've done a buy 2, save X, buy 3, save Y. And so you want to see, did I successfully trade customers up and increase that basket size? So impact is very, very closely tied to the goal. And it's the way, and again, you should be very intentional about, what it is that you're trying to achieve, rather than just sort of running in and seeing what happens, because oftentimes in my experience, if you run something without intent, you're going to be disappointed. So this is the very high level way to make promotions work well, super quick and dirty. There are tons and tons and tons of techniques available that we won't get into here, but the single most important thing that you can do to ensure that the promotion works well, whether you're running that promotion in a store, whether you're running that promotion on your direct-to-consumer site, on Amazon or any other marketplaces, to make sure that your house is in order. What do I mean by that? The way that I like to think about our detail pages or our brand stores is sort of akin to, and I live in New York City, so it's akin to, I imagine that I own a shop in Soho. It's this kind of chic shopping area. There's all this great foot traffic, and I think about my shop front and my store very much as, what is the experience that I would expect when someone walks through the door. And it's not just, am I in stock? Are there big gaping holes on the walls? But it's also like, are the floors dirty? You got to make sure that the floors are clean. Is the window glass clean? Does my point of sale system work? And so it's not just about the product, but it's about the entire experience. And so the way that I translate that online is, particularly on Amazon, are your titles correct? Are they grammatically correct? Are your bullet points correct grammatically? Do you have videos attached to your product? Do you have great images attached to your product? Do you have A+ content, enhanced brand content? Are you effectively leveraging all of the assets that Amazon gives you to be able to potentially cross-sell or help customers ultimately determine whether this product is for them? The goal of any promotion presumably is to sell more product. And so really particularly if it's the first time that you're interacting with a customer or they're interacting with your brand, it's a first impression, and you don't get that long to make a great first impression. So ensure that the house is in order, that everything works, that everything is clean, that you're maximizing your chance for success. Only then should you be thinking about what the promotion is actually going to be. So we say here, setting the price, that could be in the form of an actual discount off the product. It could be in the form of a coupon. It could be in the form of, as I mentioned, buy more, save more. This could also be a referral price. This could be it could be a rebate. And so again, tied to the goals, tied to the impact that you're trying to drive. Once your house is in order, then you think about what price am I going to charge. From there, it's advertised efficiently. And this is a really important concept and why, again, it's really important to start with goals and impact, because particularly in a space like Amazon, again, if you continue to have your PPC strategy not tied to your promotion strategy, there's a very high likelihood that you'll be spending ad dollars driving traffic that is going to convert at a lower average order value, which is going to increase the cost of your advertising. And you also may be redundantly driving traffic, particularly if your deal is showing up, for example, in the Amazon deal store. So what I recommend is don't pause your marketing, but be judicious, particularly on the products that you're promoting. The same goes for direct to consumer. If you have, a customer engagement email campaign, for example, you've got a great customer list. You want to let customers know that this promotion is available. Be specific about the promotion. Don't muddy the waters and try to cram a bunch of information into an email. Let customers know that you're running this great promotion and encourage them to come participate in it. So advertise efficiently. Again, be intentional about the advertising. Maybe you're on social media. Maybe you have influencers that you're working with. Be intentional around it. Make sure the message is coherent. Make sure you get the price right. I can't tell you how many times, even at Amazon, we had this concept of the bar raiser. And the purpose of the bar raiser was to get another set of eyes onto any customer-facing content that we were going to produce. And there were numerous times in which we decided to increase the discount. Instead of it being 20% off, it's going to be 25% off. But the email still said 20% off. Not a big deal. Customers get to save an extra 5%. But in the reverse version of that, it doesn't feel great. And so it's always helpful to ask a friend, ask a partner, ask someone that you know to get an extra set of eyes on your content as well, to make sure that the message is consistent. And that sort of leads into the final point, which is amplifying on social media and other channels. Maybe you have a blog. We at Foreign Brands encourage our employees to utilize all of our products and to share their experience with their family and friends and on social media. We have great pets brands, for example. Who doesn't love a dog picture on social media? So yeah, it's a great opportunity, and this is why e-commerce is so powerful, and why being particularly an entrepreneur in the e-commerce space is so interesting, because there are so many channels to engage with customers, to build a brand, to have a conversation, and deliver a really great experience. It's a lot on implementation. It all starts with intention. And so finally, I've included here just a couple of different methods on how to actually run promotions. So we'll start with the on Amazon options. There are a bunch of different ways to participate on Amazon. Again, the cost of acquiring a customer on Amazon is so low relative to trying to build, a big presence on a direct-to-consumer space, that Amazon gives a lot of opportunities for sellers to really lean into promotions. So Lightning Deal is a very popular one. It's a great way to drive concentrated volume in a short period of time. You set a max quantity, you set a date, and you set a steep price, and Amazon injects a little bit of scarcity into the Lightning Deal, because it shows customers how many units are remaining, and it also gives customers only 15 minutes to convert on that once they've added it to their cart. And so it's a great way of driving redemptions, that feeling of scarcity, like I'm getting something, but have to act now. I don't get to think about it as much as I would maybe otherwise. The inverse of that is coupons, which can be set at an indefinite period. And this is really an opportunity to offer value when a customer particularly has already gotten to a detail page, and then you're trying to get them over the line to convert. You could offer a coupon of some amount of discount that can live on. There's also some shrinkage. What I mean by that is there will be some folks who don't redeem the coupon for one reason or another, but it's a great way to drive some incremental conversion. Price discounts, this is specifically talking about that strike through discount that I think most people are accustomed to now in an e-commerce space, where you see the MSRP or the list price was X, but now it's struck through with a line and the new price is Y. That's a great way to get people to your detail page. And it's also one of the most common and easily understood promotion types. And that's a really important thing as well, that I maybe should have mentioned on the implementation page, is you should be very precise in your language and tell customers exactly what they're going to get. If you have a super complicated promotion and customers have to jump through all these hoops, your intent may be, well, we can make it a little bit challenging because there will be a little bit of redemption shrinkage. But at the end of the day, we work for customers, right? That's who we're here to serve. And my personal philosophy is, don't make them overthink it. Don't make it overly complicated. Be very precise. Describe explicitly what it is. Hey, you used to pay $39.99. You're now going to pay $29.99. It's $10 off. That's it. Super straightforward. Another opportunity on Amazon is called the best deal. This is what shows up in the deal store. And typically you can see this executed either as a price discount, or occasionally you'll see this as what's called a cart discount, where it says save 10%, but only once you get to checkout. So you see the full price, you add it to your cart, you get to the checkout page, then you see the discount applied. And then also I mentioned holidays on Amazon, participating in Prime Day, the Turkey 5 days, which is Black Friday through the 5-day period covering Black Friday through Cyber Monday. But there are also what we call sort of mini holidays and micro holidays. So Father's Day, Mother's Day, Easter. We're even starting to participate, it seems like, all 365 days of the year. There's a day of something. So it's Siblings Day. It's I got my puppy day. It's hula hoop on the lawn day. And so you can kind of have some fun with some of the promotions as well, particularly as you amplify it on social media and play a little bit, inject some play and some fun into your brand by participating in some of these really fun micro holidays as well. Speaking of off Amazon promotions, this again is nowhere near the exhaustive list of promotion types, but these are the ones that we use most frequently, or we've seen implemented most frequently, and will probably feel familiar. BOGO stands for buy one, get one. This could be buy one, get one free. It could be buy one, get another one, 20% off, 10% off. It could be buy more, save more, which is, buy one, save 5%, buy two, save 10%, buy three, save 20%, something like that. There's also, you'll see this a ton on the web, the interstitial that pops up in your face every time you go to a new site for the first time, and it says, sign up for our newsletter and save 10% on this transaction. It's a great way to drive signups. It really is, and a great way to offer particularly new customers a light incentive to engage with your brand for the first time, which can, depending on your product, be challenging sometimes, particularly if you have a very expensive, high consideration product where customers need to do a little bit more research. Hey, how do I just get them across the line so that I can make sure that I'm able to engage with this customer over a longer period? Another option is referrals. This can be through an influencer network. This can be through friends. This is a sort of a, sign up. Oops, went backwards. This is a sign up, and if you refer 5 friends, we'll give you a bonus, or if you refer 10 friends, we'll give you something else. So referrals can be a great way to drive trusted interactions with your brand, because people are more likely to trust their friends, their family, than they are us, which makes a ton of sense because we are strangers. Although, if we, again, are putting our customer hat on first and foremost and always, then the experience hopefully is one that customers will come to appreciate and really associate with your brand. And then another really important one that we like to employ is called reactivation. So this is someone who maybe did do that first conversion. They bought something from us. They signed up for our email list. It's now, how do you encourage them to come back and make that second or third purchase, engage with the brand more? There are many, many strategies for doing this. You can search the web for how to run a reactivation campaign. And it's a really, really great way to drive engagement with your customers. And that's it.
Okay.
That is the quick and dirty how to run a promotion.
Very good. Thank you so much, Alex, for this presentation and bringing out different aspects of running an effective promotion. So first, I wanted to go back to the holidays part.
Sure.
So if we take Christmas as an example holiday, then when exactly should sellers start, let's say, their promotion activities?
Mm-hmm. It's a really good question, and the not very helpful answer is it depends. Some of the considerations that we have would depend on, number one, the consideration that the product requires first and foremost. And so what I mean by that is, if it's something that is a low average selling price, it's small, it's maybe kind of a niche product, we might choose to put that into more of a stocking stuffers campaign or a last minute deals campaign, where it's like, oh shoot, I forgot to get my aunt something, or my niece or my whatever. And so you're buying something that is low consideration, it's still quality, but it doesn't require a lot of time to think about or a lot of dollars to invest, versus something that might be either A, super popular, and so you want to take advantage of that scarcity that inherently comes with the holidays. And I always imagine the masses lined up outside of like a Best Buy waiting for the new PlayStation to drop, and then people are getting trampled, which is terrible. PlayStations are not worth getting trampled for, although they are fun. I used to be the video games buyer, so I can say that with very much certainty. But those are the things where people have latent demand. They are expecting to buy this thing for the holidays. And so you can take advantage of that consideration a little bit earlier. Also, you might want to think about, if you have a more expensive product, the just nature of disposable income at that time of year. If we're in a recession, for example, that disposable income may be lower. So you may want to move your promotion activity up a little bit in order to capture some of that share of wallet before people have run out of disposable income to spend.
Okay, very good. I think you added a great comment and description after you said it depends, which is one of the favorite answers, I guess, to many questions we usually ask from different experts. So that's really nice. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
And you also talked about pricing the products correctly. So the big question is, based on what should sellers actually price their products on Amazon?
Yeah, Again, it depends, but I promise I have a response for this. So one of the things that we've done at Foreign Brands is we've invested a lot in our technology and in really understanding deeply, number one, our customers. Who are they? Where are they shopping? How frequently are they coming back? What are they interested in? That matters because it is not just about whether they like your product, but we think about price as a marketing vehicle, essentially as a way of engaging a customer, not just how to put dollars in the bank. And so, and then the other thing that we've done is we've invested heavily in understanding our forecasts and being smart about our forecasts. And then what impact does a change in price have on the demand, which is called a price elasticity, but we don't need to get super technical about it. It's essentially, hey, I knew that I took $10 off this product one time and sales doubled. If I take $12 off and all else is equal, I probably would expect sales to roughly double, maybe slightly more. And so the way to think about price, again, tie it to your goal. If you're just trying to drive volume, if you're just trying to move as many units as you can at a shorter period of time, obviously the more dollars of a discount you offer, theoretically, the higher the demand volume you'll generate. There is a slight diminishing return to that, but again, it's a little technical. But the other thing to think about is profit, right? If you are continually running promotions on your profit and you're training customers who are familiar with your brand not to buy until it's on promotion, you might as well just set that price then effectively at that price, or else make sure that you've got other ways of driving profit, because at the end of the day, you can't run a sustainable business if you're not able to profitably operate that business. And so promotions, we sometimes, our reaction when we see particularly sales are tough for a month or two is, oh, we've got to take pricing action, because it is sort of this blunt object that we can use to swing at demand and hope and pray that we can generate some dollars, because it's easy, but it's not always the most effective way. And so again, I've probably said it 10 times already. I'll say it again, being intentional about the goal for the promotion, why you're running the promotion. Set aside the dollars if you're going to be unprofitable or less profitable. Set aside that money and treat it as a marketing investment. Hey, we are intentionally running this promotion to drive an outcome with our customers, and then it's A, going to feel a lot better for you, but also B, it allows you to look objectively at, okay, how are we going to pay for this promotion when we're not on promotion? And it may be through other products, it may be through the product itself, then you're only going to promote it 2 or 3 times a year. But yeah, it's a lot of those considerations. But at the end of the day, if you are in this business to build a sustainable business, then you need to think about the profit side of things as well.
Okay, very good. And regarding to the coupon codes, I know sellers can add coupon codes either by giving a certain amount of dollars off or percentage. So based on your experience, which type of coupon codes usually perform the best?
Are you tired of me saying it depends? It depends. So the general rule of thumb that we operate by is if the discount is greater than 20%, it's better to offer 1% off. If it's less than 20%, it's better to offer $1 off. And again, that precision, and that's just a rule of thumb, and it varies. I mean, 20% off a $500 thing is much more valuable than 20% off a $12 thing. But $6 off that $12 thing is meaningful versus $6 off that $500 thing. So you got to put the customer hat on. Hey, if I'm shopping for this objectively, what the goal ultimately is, I want to convert this sale. What is most likely to convert, and how do I precisely deliver that message so that customers understand exactly what they're getting?
Okay, very good. So thanks again, Alex, for joining me today. And before we go, could you once more explain a little bit what Foreign Brands does and what's the best way to reach out to you? And perhaps there are certain categories you are usually looking to buy as an Amazon businesses. So yeah, just a little bit about you.
Yeah, perfect. So yeah, we acquire direct-to-consumer businesses, predominantly selling on Amazon. As you mentioned, we participate in 6 categories, which are pets, family products and baby, health and personal care, kitchen and home goods, patio, lawn and garden, and sports and outdoors and fitness. And you can find us at forumbrands.com, forum like the Roman Forum, brands.com. You can contact us through our contact form, or you can email me directly at alex@forumbrands.com.
Okay, sounds really good. So thanks again and hope to see you soon.
Thank you so much.
I hope this video will help you to run effective promotions for your Amazon products. And if you want to contact Forum Brands to potentially sell your Amazon business, find the link to their website below this video, and don't forget to mention Orange Klik when talking to their team. And now check out another video where Chris Rawlings shares how to drive cheap Amazon PPC traffic to your product listing.